Okay, this is gonna be it. No excuses, no chances of messing this up. This is gonna be it. I know you're gonna like, wait, yeah, we'll see about that. No, for real. Alright, Melitza, as soon as you see this, jump on over and join me as I'm representing my father by wearing my army shirt. Love my daddy, a veteran who served for over 20 years and now is enjoying his retirement. And look at him, really is the charm. Some people say that and it's really not, but this time it really is. All right, make sure everything is up and running. All right, Melissa, it is adding you. So hang tight, you're going to be on here in a minute now. As I log in on my laptop to find my questions.
Anya, if you want us both to be side by side, you have to be horizontal. I think you could try that, and then I'll. You and I've been going through the same thing, and I'm gonna share while you're doing that. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take my pods off because somehow they got disconnected. I guess because. Give me a second while you're doing that. Let me see how I can connect
your
this
time.
again.
I am pulling up my questions for you and gonna switch the view so we're side by side. Hi, Joanna and Shonda. Nice to see you this morning. Cannot wait for you guys to hear from my amazing mentor and friend. We got some good stuff. Let's see.
Did you make yours horizontal, your phone?
No, sorry, I'm pulling up my questions for you, and they're just being really weird. All right. Hang in there. Ooh. Let's see if I can do this without accidentally turning off my phone or some such, because that would be me. Almost there, almost there. I think we're good.
Try it the other way.
It's getting there. Other way.
Yeah, because we're supposed to be able to be seen side by side.
Lord have mercy.
See what happens. If
Why
not,
do people let me out in public? Like, seriously, why? Nope. This is the only way it's gonna let me do it, but it's not changing for you.
All right, so let's go vertical. Let's go vertical.
On it.
It's actually a better.
Stay a little. Shonda, you're right. Yep, absolutely. Hi, Henry. But that's okay, because we are flexible and we will make it work just like this.
Yeah.
So, as
I actually like looking little.
I don't like you looking little. I need to see you in all of your glory. That's what I need in my life.
You are part of my glory. So they get to see you.
Oh, it's amazing. Okay, so what we're doing today, for those of you that don't know and weren't on a couple of weeks ago or haven't gone back and watched the interview, I've decided that there are some pretty influential people in my life, and you guys may not know about them. You may not be friends with them as well. You might not have heard some of the times I've talked about them, but they're becoming bigger and stronger forces in my life, and I think you guys should be exposed to them. That sounded really risque. Not exposed. I think you should meet them and learn about them and see if maybe these are people that you would want to connect with too. I think that's a great option. So I have designed a couple of weeks of interviews, and Melitza is my dear friend and mentor and guide and the person who talks me off the ledge and the one who knows so much about living life with a vision and chasing after it with a passion. And so I thought I would let you guys get to know her a little bit. Hi, Ryan. By me asking her a few questions, just a few. This is not meant to be an all day thing. We're really going to try to keep it to 30 minutes or less, even though we started late due to technology. My bad. But she's got so much to offer, and maybe this is exactly who you need to hear from today. So, Melitza, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. And first of all, I want to thank you, Anya, for having invited me on your show. I think this is awesome. It's amazing, and I can't take credit for talking you off the ledge because we do this for each other, and this is one of the beautiful things about this community that when you're about to give up and when you're about to say like why me or why not me, you have someone there reminding you why you and why not you. And guys, do not worry, this will not be 30 minutes because as you'll learn soon, I work from home and I promised my dear mom, who's now retired, that I'm gonna take her out for coffee at 11:30. So I just texted her and said, Mom, it's looking like 11:45. She gets desperate. She's like, be honest, you're 11:45 or 12? So I said, no, 11:45 to 12. I'm not really sure, but I'll be there to take you to coffee. Yeah. All right. So let's go. And thank you. Thank
All
you so
right.
much again.
You're welcome. Is there, do you want me to start with the questions, or did you have a little introduction you wanted to do on your own about yourself?
Absolutely. I will really quickly tell you guys who I am before Anya asks me questions. My name is Melitza, as you guys all know at this point. I am a mother of two gorgeous kids. I have a 26-year-old son and I have a 13-year-old daughter. I married my high school sweetheart. We've been together for, I just counted this yesterday and it's like scary. Close to 30 years, with 1 year of a breakup. He's
Wow.
become my brother at this point, I must say. I love him to death. Um, I am a high school dropout. When I was 16, I got pregnant with my son Diego, and there are values that are very important to me, and one of them was being his mother and being present and not letting anybody. I always had this fear of somebody abusing of my child because when I was younger, I was sexually molested. And I promised that my kids would. This is probably a little bit too much information, guys, and I don't know why I got those words out of my mouth. I don't share this all the time, but I lived with this fear that somebody would always hurt my kids, so I was gonna make sure that I protect them. So I dropped out of high school. I was there to take care of my son until was forced to look for a job because clearly I had to feed the kid, right? I've been working since a very young age. Um, I'm an event planner by trade, and I never thought I would be doing anything different, to be honest with you, because I was in love and I have to say, I have a very huge passion for event planning. Hence the fact that I am one of the New York Market Council, the ones who see the events come into fruition in New York. Crazy how God will prepare you, huh, for what exactly it is you're going to do, because never in a million years, guys, would I have thought that I'd be sitting in this attic in my office talking to you guys at 11:25 on a Tuesday. I thought I'd be running behind a client, asking them how many chairs they needed for their event, what kind of flowers they wanted, and now this is me. So Anya, let's go.
Awesome. And I think it's amazing. Everything you're sharing, there is somebody that's either listening right now or is going to watch this later, and they're going to be like, I get this. I get her and she gets me. So I am so honored by your transparency. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so the first question I have, which is just kind of a fun question, what's one thing you wish you could wear as a sign around your neck so people know that thing about you, like you're walking by, they see it on your neck, and you're like, good to know.
Mm. I guess I can wear a sign that says, I did this, so can you. Like I said before, I'm a high school dropout who never completed anything. I had a very low self-esteem. I never believed in myself. I never thought enough of myself. And this opportunity made me a believer. It made me see that I wanted more, that there was more, and therefore it pushed me to be more. So if I could, so
Awesome.
can you.
I like that. Very simple, very to the point. Okay.
What
So
is this over here?
sometimes people hear this term, they hear us talk about coaching and they immediately think of sports coaching or they think of like a life coach and they're not always sure what that means, which is fine because we like to clear that up. But as coaches, as people who are driven to walk through life with other people and help them meet the goals that they have set for themselves, as well as meeting our goals and shooting for financial freedom and physical fitness and the best health we can have. That's more of who we are and what we do. But what drew you to doing this and how long have you been doing it? Or vice versa, whichever order you can answer
All right, I have to throw in a story because while you're
that.
asking the question, I'm thinking back of really, really how did I get here? Um, so like I mentioned, I was an event planner by trade. I walked into this business very blindly. I did not know that this was a business. I knew that I was getting, I mean, I not that I didn't know it was a business. I didn't know it was a business I wanted to do. I've always been very, and if you, anybody that you know will also, and I'm not patting myself on the back because I will pat myself on the back with things that I'm very sure of. I've always
Yeah.
been more of a giver. So I love to help people. I love to always do more um, that what is done for me. And when I first joined this company, I joined the business because of the 25% discount. Like who doesn't like a discount? I was in a very cushy place and very cushy job. Wasn't looking for an extra income. In all honesty, please forgive me, guys. I am not trying to brag. I need to get the story across.
Not at all.
And I remember my first client was one of my cousins. She sat in my car. I used to take her to work, and she said, and I have when it comes to family. Hey guys, thank you guys for hopping on and watching. Thank you so much. Um, I remember going in my car, and she said to me like, "What is it that you're doing? Like, how are you losing weight? Blah blah blah." And I was like, "Well, don't buy it. Let me just get you a bag of, Shakeology, because I could care less." Then like 2 or 3 weeks later, she wanted her own thing. She purchased. People started joining somehow. And I ended up getting a commission check deposited into my bank account. But little old me, when I was looking at my Chase app, I see a 54 or 56. I can't get the number straight. I should probably go back and look at that. And I said deposit, which I thought was a withdrawal. And I was just like, wait, what is this? Like, I called Beachbody and I was like, you guys are pulling money out of my account. I thought I was supposed to get a discount. And they're like, no, we actually deposited money into your account. And I'm like, huh? Why? Like, I didn't make any sales. Like, what are you talking about? And the woman explained, well, you're building a team. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I didn't even want to hear about this. But, the money kept coming in and it was great. And it was, you could always use this. And I was like, well, maybe I should start helping more people and I can use this money to pay off bills and, because the guys, I had a really cushy job, as does my husband. And we were very, very, and I won't say the word blessed because we've worked hard for everything that we have. But we were blessed, because it could have been different. And what I didn't realize is that we were well, but we had crazy debt. Because believe it or not, at the age before I started Beachbody, which I was about 36, I want to say 37, I didn't think of planning for tomorrow. I didn't think that tomorrow would come so soon. And I lived paycheck to paycheck. We would go vacate on these lavish $15,000, $10,000 vacations. And then I would be there sitting and thinking, shit, when is my next payday? Because I got to pay the mortgage. And I'm not going to tell him that we're in this much debt. The rug was pulled off from under me at some point at work. And I won't get into that story. I was basically misjudged. They took a situation and just flipped it how it wasn't supposed to be.
Mhm.
And something in my heart tugged. Something told me, wow, when you just, when somebody, when you feel like you robbed the bank, that's how I felt. And I remember walking into the bathroom and texting my coach and said, hey, like, I just saw you talk about leaving your job. You have a pretty good job. What are you doing? And she was like, well, what do you mean? What am I doing? I'm coaching in Beachbody. And I was like, well, how do I do that? How do I you know, jump on this bandwagon and help people. I need to earn money. I need to leave my job. They're treating me like shit here. I'm not happy. Sorry, I have a dirty mouth sometimes, my friends. I'll try to keep it as clean as possible. I have a potty mouth. My husband's like, that is not godlike. I'm like, I'm trying. And sorry, guys. I forgot to put my my airplane mode on. So, and she said, Melly, you help people. You do exactly what you're doing times 10. So you invite people to join our journey, you invite people to change your lives, and you see them through it. And guys, that is how my coaching journey began. I was basically forced into doing this because, and when I say forced, was because I, for the first time in my life, got scared that I was at that point, a 40-year-old woman, and I was shit scared that I was going to have to go out there and look for another job, because it looked like my boss was trying to do everything and anything to get me out of there. And it was me who got the pleasure of saying to him, bye-bye, I'm never coming back here again. He thought I was a little crazy because I was like, I'm going to work from home. Yeah, and that's it.
But you turned that right around and showed him that working from home could pay huge dividends.
The beauty of it is that he's now my client.
That
Isn't
is
that crazy?
beautiful.
Oh yeah, and God is amazing.
True, very true. Okay, let me grab my next question for you. Okay, so every now and then you'll encounter people who are talking about their businesses and what they're doing from home or in their car or on the road. What is coming up as pain and nervous, but they never share the work, and people are confused because
Yeah, Anya,
what's the stuff? What's the behind the scenes stuff that you're not really telling us? So, my question to you then is, what is one not quite as fun, not horrible, but maybe not quite as fun aspect of being a business owner?
Okay, I guess I'd have to answer this. I'm like, no, because you know, I hate the fact that people think that everything is glory. You know, oh my, I've heard people say I can't do this because you're just so perfect, so not perfect, so far from perfect. You guys saw what we went through. 3 tries to get on here. This is us, perfect. You know, there's days with me, I would have to say honestly, exactly that. The fact that people judge you, that they think that you're perfect, that they think that this is easy. This is not easy, guys. This is a business just like every other. The difference of this business is that we get paid in ways that don't involve this. Like the fact that we earn, we have these amazing relationships, these friendships, like these bonds that we've created. Um, we get paid 7 different ways. That's the money part of it. And I guess the fact when people jump onto your team, that's probably one of the most annoying things for me. People jump onto your team and then they're like, well, I'm not a millionaire yet. And you're like, well, neither am I because I'm working there. You know what I mean? That's what it
Right.
that it is. Because there's such a low cost to join our team, to join this company, that I don't think people value it because of that low cost. Some people just jump in and are like, this is not working 2 months into the business because they thought Beach Patty was going to say, here's
Right.
your clients. And that's really not it, guys. We join as coaches to help others. And if you're not doing your part in working with others and selling what we call a challenge pack, and you guys may be confused, and I'm sorry about that. A challenge pack is just a pack that we, as your coach, put together according to your needs. And then we add you into one of our very exclusive VIP private groups. And then we make sure that that challenge pack, that shake, and that program that we picked for you, that you're seeing it into fruition, that you're actually going in the calendar, following the days, and changing your meal plan according to the one that we gave you. You know, that's the part that's hard as a business owner. The people judging and thinking, I'm going to just walk in here and become a millionaire tomorrow. No, like you don't do that anywhere. You know, you walk into Starbucks. I said this yesterday. I was invited on a Latin call yesterday. And I was asked the same question. Carlos, who's the director of Spanish market, sends me a message after. He's like, "Girl, on the note, I see you, but I'm on a live with Anya." Um, and then I said, you walk in, you go to Starbucks, right? And you apply for a job and you get that job. Does the manager in Starbucks say to you, "Hey, Anya, you're beautiful, so just send it"?
You're frozen on my screen. I don't know if you're frozen on yours. I'm just going to give it a minute to catch up. Okay. Looks like we are having some technical difficulties. Check in here and send another one of these. We're going to get her right back on. Hang tight, hang tight. Hey, Jeff. There you are. Let's try this one more time. Right now, so hang tight. You were telling what was part of a very good Starbucks story, so I'm going to need to hear that again.
I'm so sorry. Can you
Oh,
hear
you're
me?
fine. Technology. Yes,
No.
absolutely.
Mickey kept calling me and then she kept FaceTiming me and I'm like, no, no. It's my fault for not having turned off my airplane mode.
No
Anywho,
worries.
so what I was saying about Starbucks is, so you get hired to work for Starbucks and you walk in. Does that manager of yours say, "Hi, Anya, you're so beautiful. Just stand on the counter and just smile. When people ask you for coffee, you just give them anything"? No, no. They ask you, they train you. You got to go through a training because God forbid you ask for an Americano with blah, blah, blah. That's what you have to give your customers. So some people walk into this business and they think that it's like, it's easy peasy. Here, I'm going to sell you a challenge pack. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's not like that. If you have to have a heart of service to be part of this business. Like, you got to be able to know that once you sell something, you have to see this person through their transformation. Like, that is the most amazing part of this whole journey for me, to be honest with you. And that's it. That's all I got for you.
Very well said. I think people assume that because it is such a low cost and because it's kind of like something on the internet or on social media where they can just put themselves out there, that things should just be thrown at them and drawn into them, instead of realizing that if you really want to have some serious financial freedom, it's going to require the same work that you would do if you were an accountant or an executive, or building a brick and mortar business from scratch. It's the same
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
Great. Okay. I get where you're coming from, and I completely agree with you. Awesome. Okay, so give me one of, or you can do one for you and one for someone else, one of your favorite success stories that you've had in the time that you've been helping people and using your heart to help them change their lives. You can do one of each, you can just do one. It's up to you, but a success story in whatever way you or that person deemed it successful.
Do you want it to be a financial success story, or do you want me to give you a success story of health? What would you like to hear?
Um, Why don't we go with financial? Because Al 2 weeks ago gave a couple of really good examples of, physical and emotional. So we haven't had one as far as financial. So if you're willing to share one of those, whether that's you or someone else, that would be amazing.
Actually, so then here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a financial on me, and I'll give you a health on someone else. Um,
Awesome.
okay, so financial, like you guys heard me say before, if you were not on, after 17 years of being an event planner for a huge commercial real estate, I was able to leave my six-figure job and match my income and say goodbye to corporate America and say goodbye to
Awesome.
those who thought they owned my time, and say goodbye to the nerves, the stress, the palpitations, the stomach aches, and all the things that came with working full time for someone else. Say goodbye to having to ask my boss for permission to go join my daughter and be there for her when she had, a play, anything going on. So that is my financial. And I will give you a backstory of one of my coaches, well, now coach, who joined me when she had 100+ pounds to lose, and was told by her doctor she very much doubted that she would ever get pregnant because she is a PCOS candidate, not a candidate, she
Mhm.
has PCOS. This beautiful lady lost 102 pounds and is now happily carrying her 7-month-old baby girl. Booyah, doctor. That when somebody tells you, I mean, I
That
get
is
it,
awesome.
it is absolutely awesome. Like when she told me she was pregnant, I think I cried so much. Not even for a family member, because it was just like, I knew this. I knew it. Like the devil is a liar, a total liar. And I knew that this was something that God had for her. And guys, I don't want someone sitting here and watching saying, somebody, because I know a lot of women in my life who cannot bear children. I don't want you to think, well, yeah, Melitza, really, it's not about that. It's about sometimes we give up really easily because we listen to that one diagnosis and we're like, oh my God, let me just throw in the towel and let me never do
True.
anything again because that doctor said I'm never going to have kids. And she knew that there was something more, and God guided her my way. Not that I'm a miracle worker because she did the work. I put her on the plan. She did all the work. And that's my one of my success stories that I'm very proud to talk about.
That is amazing. You assisted this woman in changing her own life. You didn't do it for her,
No,
but you put the tools in her hands and then walked with her to make that success. And that's, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
it sure is.
Awesome. Okay,
Um,
so
um,
let's do a quick one. What's a book that you've read lately that's really spoken to you? And you can just like title in one bullet or you as much as you want, but a book that you've read or listened to, obviously, if you're Audible or whatever, that has spoken to you.
I'm very much audible, but hold on a second. I have it here. Let me show it to you. Believe bigger. This, believe it or not, guys, you probably if you've watched me or know of me for the last couple of years, you're probably like, really? She taught you that? Um, she taught me to believe in that to believe in me and let go of that negative inner voice that tells you you're not enough. That little me voice that tells you you need to act like little me and you're never going to amount to anything. This woman has helped me discover my path, has helped me realize the type of people I want to work with and the type of people I don't want to work with. Um, and she reminded me that I am a daughter of a king, and if this was for me, he was gonna see me through it. And that's it. It's from Marshawn Evans Daniels. And not only did I hear it, but I listened to it, but I also bought the book because I had to. And we're also going to do a book club very soon on it. We were supposed to start in August, but then we decided that the summer months were upon us and the pools were really nice, and that we should wait till kids are back in school and do our own mommy studying when they're mommy and not mommy girlfriend studying when they were not present. Because a lot of us have to deal with kids going back to school. So that's my
Awesome.
that's my book.
That's powerful. I will go ahead and put a comment on this so that people can see it, and I'll maybe even just link it to Amazon or something so people can
Okay.
know what book you're talking about, because if it's changed your life like that, there's somebody that needs to hear it too.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm gonna skip down. I have some questions, but I'm trying to keep you closer to your timeline. So I'm gonna skip down to another question that I wrote up. What is something that has surprised you the most about this opportunity that came upon your life and that you took advantage of? What's something that you're like, I did not expect that?
You I'm gonna laugh because you guys are probably not you guys probably don't hear this from me enough, but the money. that the way that we get paid 7 different ways. Like there's 7 streams of income in this opportunity. Like, and I won't sit here and explain them to you. If you really want any more answers on them, you can pull one of us aside and we'll give you all that information. But the fact that I'm like, when I go on, we get paid on Thursdays. Every single Thursday when we get paid, I'll go into my check and I'm like, what is this? And I'll see like, oh, a fast start bonus, or oh, a team cycle bonus. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Like I didn't, when I was helping somebody, I didn't know I was gonna get this, but thank you, Beachbody. That's one of the most surprising and amazing things of this company.
Wow. And I'm assuming that took just a little bit of research on your part, a little bit of digging deeper to find out exactly what those things are, that was a little bit of your homework, I'm assuming.
Well, Anya, do you want me to be honest with you? It's still a work in progress. Like I still walk in there sometimes. Like I said, I walked in last Thursday and there was an extra $200, and I was just like, what is this? And it is, and I'll explain to you guys really quickly. So when you help 5 people a month, Beachbody gives you a bonus for bringing in 5 people. So because I helped 10 people in that month, I got $200 extra on top of the commission that I got for each challenge pack, on top of my team cycle bonus, on top of and we could keep going on and on and on. So I was just like clicking in, like, like clearly I'm not going to complain or call Beachbody and say, here, take your money back. But I was like, what is this? And I click on it and now I Google it. So every time, you're always wondering, like, what is this? So I'll look into it. And hopefully next week there'll be another one that I have to look into. But surprises are amazing.
So that is outstanding that it's not something that we would have to write them and say, hey, I did this, and so I need you to give me this correlating whatever, this bonus, this payment, whatever. That's not the work that goes in on our end. They do the work for us, and then we get to
Yes.
sit there and be like, thanks, and then do a little research on our own, and then potentially put that into our game plan moving forward to say, hey, it'd be nice to have that again next month or next week. So maybe I should try and shoot for that goal so it can happen again. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yes, yes. It's amazing, Anya, because you know what? You were talking and I'm just thinking right now to myself, like when I was at corporate, like I said, I was an event planner, and everything that I had to do that had to be expensed, like I was the worst at my expenses. I would submit expenses every 3 months and people would be like, damn, you got it like that? You could wait. And I would end up with like $6,000 checks because, I had to submit. But had I not been on top of my game, you know how much money I've lost at some point because I missed a receipt, or because my boss was like, well, where was this happening at? And I just didn't want to sit there and explain. I was like, just forget it. Just keep the freaking money. It wasn't worth it. That's not the case here. That's not the case. I don't have to sit here and wonder. I've never had to pick up the phone and be like, well, only that first time where I thought they were taking my money, but they were really giving me money. But usually, I've never had to be like, well, where's my commission? Never. And I'm a good tracker when it comes to my money getting paid like weekly. It's my salary, right? Never. The question's always like, well, why are you guys giving me more money? But I'm not going to call you and ask. I'll Google this. Yeah, that type of thing.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so give me one quick reason why anyone would want to join our team, which is more like a family now. The more that we laugh and joke and have inside jokes and travel together and all the other stuff, we're a little bit more like a family, maybe dysfunctional, but in a good way. So why would anybody want to be a part of what we've got going on?
Because you will never be left alone. Because like Anya said, those little inside jokes, this brotherhood, this sisterhood, it's unbreakable, and we will not let you fail until you tell us that you don't want this, that you don't want to be part of this. Until that, you are screwed. You'll have us up your behind, making sure that what you said you wanted is going to happen. And we will remind you all the time that you are not alone and that you were made for greatness. Because if you made it in this team, if God walked you all the way here, not that if you didn't make it here, you don't have purpose, but you have purpose in this team, and you have purpose that we will not let you forget or give up on. And that's it. That is my plain and simple why. And now I got to get going because my mom is going to be asking me,
Wow,
like,
that's
where.
very,
I'm going
you
to say
said
this
that,
in
man. You go
Spanish.
ahead.
Y el café pa
Oh,
cuando? Which means, where's the coffee? That's my mommy. She's like, she just texted me
Okay.
right now, by the way, guys. And I looked at the phone, and I'm
She's
looking at
like,
the phone as I'm talking to you.
where are you?
And she's like, no, she wrote, I guess no coffee, huh? It's okay.
No,
I'll call her too.
Mama. There will be
Yes, no,
coffee.
well, what I did was I did my quick workout. I had a 37-minute workout today, which I converted into a 26 one. I was like, enough talking. You're not going to talk so much, buddy. I paused and I kept moving. And then I ran downstairs, took a quick shower, threw on a blouse. I can't show you what I have underneath. I have pants on for sure, but it's not office appropriate. And I said, let me just get on my call. And then I run downstairs and figure out what pants I'm wearing so I can go take my mommy out.
Wow, man, you are moving today. Okay, so what's
Yeah.
one last thing? Anything that you think you want to share that people might need to know? Just give me a little drop a
Okay.
bomb of wisdom or something.
Guys, if you are on this call, if you are watching this live, if you are watching a replay, whatever it is, you were on this call for a reason. You were handpicked and chosen to listen to beautiful Anya and myself talk about our life, talk about what it is we do and how we got here. This is no get rich scheme. I've told you, like, from answering Anya's questions, and being vulnerable and honest, that you have to level up. You do have to put in work into this business, because if it was easy, everybody could do it, and we're not everybody. Okay, our lives have changed, whether it's financially, physically, mentally, at one point, way, shape.
All right, folks. We're having another round of technical difficulties, but you have heard from the woman herself. She's going to take her mom out for coffee, so don't worry about that. But please, if you want to come back in a little bit and check the comments, I'm going to put a link for the book that she recommended. I'm also going to put some links for her, because what we really want, what the most important thing is, as she was explaining the financial transformation, as she was explaining someone's amazing physical transformation, able to change their medical status. And no, we're not saying that we're doctors and we can magically make that happen for people. But she was explaining how that did happen for someone and just the way they needed it. That's what we're about. So if you get an invitation from one of us and we're telling you that we've got something new that we're starting and something we'd love for you to try, that's not trying to interrupt your life in any negative way. It's not us trying to push something on you that may not be beneficial. That's us telling you we've got some amazing success stories. We've got some people who needed this right at that moment, and we got it to them. And we're hoping that if you need it as well, that we're able to get it to you. So don't get offended if we reach out to you. We're doing it in love, and especially if we feel like you're one of those people that needs to be in the family with the inside jokes and the nonsense and the craziness, and also the way that we find ourselves and find many means of success and connection. So thank you so much for watching today. I'm so glad that you could be here. If you're watching it on the replay, check the comments. And if you really feel like you are in a situation, I'm going to take this off so it stops buzzing. If you really feel like you are in a situation where you're like, man, I really want to reach out to Anya and hear more about what's going on with her and how she is doing this, and I want to work with her, then just message me or comment on this live. If you're thinking, wow, that Melitza girl is really my style, she sounds like me, she seems to have had the same life that I've had, and I am bilingual, or Spanish is my first language, and I really, really want to reach out to her, look, I'm not going to be offended, because that's not what this is about. We're not about stealing one another's people or being possessive. We're about helping people where they need to be helped and getting them where they need to be. And if the best help that you're going to get to change your mentality, your fitness, your health, your nutrition, your outlook on life, on who you are. If that's what you're looking for and Melitza is your girl, please reach out to her and I will provide her contact information as comments on this post. But if you're really thinking that you want to reach out to me, do it. We're here. We're excited. We're doing something new every month. We're finding ways to connect people with the resources that they need and then be the cheerleaders or drill sergeants that they need to make it happen. And we just want to do life with you. And don't think that we want to do it for 30 days until you're done with whatever you set your goal for. No, you're actually stuck with us until you say, please stop stalking me. I really don't want to talk to you anymore. And even then we might stalk you just a little, not anything where you would need to call the cops, but just enough so you know that we are still here for you if you decide to come back. Okay, that's all I've got. I'm trying to keep this short, but I also want you to get to know some amazing people. And I hope you enjoyed your time with Melitza because she's a firecracker, that one. She really is. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you. Is there anything else? I don't know. Okay, my darling. I was hoping you would jump on. Okay, I gotta go because I'm hungry and I'm gonna get hangry. Right now, I'm just hungry. So let me go deal with that. Y'all have a fantastic Tuesday and keep your eyes peeled. Very quick announcements before I get off. I am starting a totally free, no strings attached, free, just in case you didn't hear it the first time, clean eating group. It's gonna start tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day that we talk about meal plans and grocery shopping and goals that you're setting for yourself. And then we will actually kick off our 7 days starting on Sunday. Make sense? Great. And I will have a group in September starting where we're focusing on 6 weeks of yoga and some fantastic food. And then I will also be leading another group that's going to be a little bit more intensive on the workouts, not that yoga isn't. So if people are looking for something a little bit more fast-paced, then I will be leading that group as well. And you can get all that information on my page, Fitness on Your Mind. I'll be sharing it as events here on my page, Anya Lee, and I will be putting notices on my website too, which is coming together, FitnessAnyaMind.com. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Talk to you soon. Bye.